Welcome to Secure the Bag. What it do?
What's going on, fam? Man, we back in the building again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
Man,
back again, man. After a big week, a big Tuesday show, breaking down all that stuff. I'm glad to be back here just to talk a little bit of football, a little sports betting. Some more
we
positive.
get
So
our picks in, all that one fun stuff. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. So you know what it is. We're here to secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get that collective bag and bring you guys a little bit of information about sports gambling along the way. Uh, we have to go with the disclaimer. This is not actual betting advice.
Factual.
Not actual betting advice. um, you ride with me, your pocketbooks might be empty. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do want to say that we'll be going like maybe 15, 20 minutes. We might go a little longer depending, but we'll see. We do appreciate you guys rocking with us. If you're online now or watching later, don't be afraid to put in comments, make your picks. We appreciate all the feedback.
Oh yeah.
All right then. Oh wait, it's your boy AW.
And your boy Strizzy.
Let's get that out the way. So now it's official. Secure the
Yeah.
bag week 6. Let's get it. We always talk about our little tips and things like that, our little informational session. So we have this fictional matchup here. We talk about the line, meaning the line is that -3 means Philadelphia must win by more than 3 so you can get your wager. We have the total. The total 42 in this situation is the total score for both teams, and then you'll choose, the over or under bet and see if it's going to go over 42 collective points or under. And then we talked about the cash out a little bit last week. I brought this one back this week because we actually have an interesting story. And I wanted to see if you saw this one, Strizzy. But we have, the cash out is an offer from a sportsbook to walk away from a wager. We talked about it's mostly with the parlays. But we did have a fun one this weekend. So this person had, I think it was a 16-team parlay, and they were all on the money line. And for a $25 wager, it was a payout of $78,000. This person specifically cashed out during the Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chiefs game. So they had 2 more bets to go, but they had a cash out offer of $15,000. This was during the Bills game. Our bettor here was a little bit afraid of a Chiefs comeback, which is very, very safe
Understandable.
concerns, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then he had the Ravens against the Colts, which, man, he would have had like 3 heart attacks during that game if his money was on the line.
Bro.
The way that game was looking. So, a lot of people were giving this dude crap for cashing out, and basically taking the 15,000 when, hindsight, he could have won 78,000. But I want to say I'm on the side of this better, man. Like that money in hand, he took $25 and turned it into $15,000.
Facts. Yeah,
So,
I did see this one actually, and it's funny because I picked Buffalo to win. I was actually pretty confident in them beating Kansas City, so I probably would have let the Kansas City one right out. But the messed up part is I actually probably would have been like Baltimore's going to smash the Colts, right? So I probably would have let it all the way right out. But like that Baltimore and Colts game, I'd be freaking out. I would have been so mad at myself because I'd be like, this game is over. They're about to lose. I just lost out on 15. Probably would have been more than 15 racks if you would let the Buffalo game go. You know what I'm saying? Probably would have been closer to like probably 25 to 30. You know what I mean? If you would let that one go. And but man, if I don't let that one ride out, that's crazy. But I'm with you though. I totally understandable. Buffalo was beating the Chiefs pretty handily during before halftime, but you expect them to possibly come back. So I get it. $25, 15 grand. You know what I'm saying?
right. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, that's a big win. And I feel like the people that were hating on them are just salty because they didn't turn their 25 into 15. So, man, so congrats to that better. We always like to just bring these fun stories, and see. But it seems like since this year has been so big for the sports betting, more states involved and things like that, I feel like every single week there's 2, 3, 4 stories of these big money parlays hitting or almost hitting. So, so congrats to our friend there. But I thought it was funny. We just talked about the cash out last week, and this dude was like, "I'm cashing it out."
So wholesome,
right? All right. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's go over last week's locks real quick. Strizzy, let's hit yours up. You had the Chargers, the Panthers, and the Bucks. So first off, we had the Chargers hit for you. That was actually a really fun game, man. If that game would have been primetime, like a Sunday night game, like people would be like talking about this game a lot more. But since it was, only viewed in the local markets, like unfortunately, a lot of people didn't get to see what a great game that was. But they did complete the comeback and win by 5. So you cashed on that one. This one, talk to us real quick.
This one cut me deep, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like I talked about it a little bit on Tuesday. But right now we have a top 3 defense and a bottom 3 offense. We've got to get the offense rolling. I don't know what Darnold needs to do to kind of figure it out because, like I was saying, Joe Brady's such a brilliant offensive mind, and we might only have him for this year. Like they're already talking about him possibly being a head coach for a team next season. So, if we right now, I'm like, it's still early. We're still 3-2. We're still, I think, second in our division. So like, there's still playoff implications, but I don't want to make the playoffs if we can't get our offense rolling. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather get a better pick in the draft next year to get a quarterback for hopefully maybe for our future if Sam Darnold's not going to pan out. So this one sucked. This should have been a blowout. Our defense destroyed the Eagles, and Sam Darnold with the 3 interceptions just gave them perfect field position, to score. And at the end of the day, like, that's what killed us. Like we really held them to 6 points, and Darnold did everything in his power to give this game away. So it sucks. The Eagles aren't a good team, and we should have smacked them.
Yeah. No, I feel you. That's a tough one. Again, it's tough in sports betting. You never know what's really going to happen. But this one was a big one for you. This one you felt good, huh?
Oh, I felt great on this one. So the reason, and it's like you look at the the -10. It's like, dang, I don't know, it's kind of steep, it's kind of high. But I always say that I won't say the NFL is scripted all the way, but it was one of those things where everyone was expecting the Tom Brady versus Patriots game for Tom to just go for 400. Basically the game he had against the Dolphins is the game we thought he was going to have against the Patriots, right? So I knew since he didn't have that type of game, I knew he was going to come on this game and just murder the Dolphins. I was like, man, he might win by 20 in this game, and I think he did. Yeah, they destroyed the Dolphins. It was bad.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you when it's like that 10-point spread. I'm like, that's a lot in the NFL, but sometimes it's like, man, teams just get blown out like that. So, so that's what's up, man. Great job with that one. 2 cashes. I copied you on the Chargers one. We both felt pretty good about this game. This Baltimore Ravens Colts game, this one hurt me. The Ravens won by 6 in overtime. But in overtime, you don't kick extra points. You know what I'm saying? The game ends right away. So I was an extra point away from hitting that one. But, it was a 6.5 line. They won by 6. So, those are the breaks. Those are the situations where buying a half point would have, at least had me get a push, bring my money back or whatever. But
for sure.
That one was a tough one. But I knew at that point, like late in the game, I was like, this is either going to be a field goal or a touchdown in overtime, meaning, they're not going to get that full 7. So that one, I was like, man. The other one, the Atlanta Falcons against the Jets in that London game, they came through for me. I wasn't sure about the Falcons, but they did their thing. Kyle Pitts, the rookie tight end, went off, so they came through for me. So I was a point away from the triple crown. You know what I'm saying? From the 3, the clean week. But we'll see. We're gonna just go ahead and get it again next week.
It's funny. The Ridley didn't play in this game. He's their number 1 receiver, and it really kind of forced him to go to Kyle Pitts a little bit, and the rookie absolutely demolished it. So I actually hope they get him a little bit more involved in the offense because he's just too good not to be. You know what I mean? So
he's basically a wide receiver.
Exactly.
He can do all that. So I agree. Maybe this will get their offense kind of kickstarted when Ridley comes back. They'll keep rolling. We'll find out, but. Strizzy with the 2 bags last week brings the season total to 8 bags through 5 weeks. That's what's up. And I got my 2 little bags bringing my season total to 6. I was hoping to catch up a little bit more, but that's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Against the spread, though, that's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty good.
Picking the winner is different than picking the spreads. And right now we're going by spread count. So, it's really not that bad.
Yeah. No, for real. And we're getting our steam. We're figuring things out. So we'll keep on rolling here. So on to week 6. Let's talk about your locks for this week. Talk me through this first one.
Yeah. So my Kansas City Chiefs versus the Washington football team won. It's kind of my same reasoning a little bit. Why same reasoning, different situation, and why how I picked the Bucks game last week. Kansas City's coming off basically two harsh losses. You know what I mean? And what better way to get jump started back, get that offense jump started back against a weaker Washington football team who I think has given up 30 points a game to every game except for I think their 1 win. You know what I mean? So their defense was supposed to be like a top 3 defense, and they're really struggling this year. So if KC wants to get back out there and show the world like, hey, we're still champions, we're still here, like they gotta jump this team a little bit.
No, I feel you. I think they will. It could be like a little bit of a vengeance game.
Yeah.
Their offense is definitely going to go off a little bit, and they definitely need to get back in the win column. So I like that one. Okay, what you got next?
Rams and the Giants. So another really big one. The Rams offense has been flowing. They've been doing really well offensively, and the Giants just lost so much last week. We don't know if Daniel Jones is playing due to the concussion. They just lost Saquon for a couple of weeks, so they could be playing with their backup quarterback and their backup running back. And for as far as I don't even know who their backup quarterback is. I don't remember who that is.
Glennon, Mike Glennon. No.
Yeah. So probably not what they want, you know what I'm saying, going there. And then like Saquon's always getting hurt, but their backup running back just never really performs, you know what I mean? So and they've got a tough task going against that Rams defense, and that Rams offense is just as strong as the defense. So I think Rams get this by at least 12.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I like the Rams in that one too. Okay. Last one.
Yeah. So this one was tricky. So the reason why I picked this one is because this game is being played in London. If I'm not mistaken, I think the Jags are like undefeated in London games over the last couple of years. Yeah, so I think they're really they're trying to get their first W, and you know what I mean. And what better place to do it? And all right, do they have one already? I think they might have won one. I can't remember.
No, I think they're winless still. I'll double check though.
Yeah, double check too. But I think they try to continue to roll this, to roll this record, keep doing it. And what better place to do it than London, where they're already undefeated? So I think they get this dub, upset win against the Dolphins.
Gotcha. Yeah, they are 0-5, but like you said, they are experienced in London, and that Jags owner actually wants to. They're talking about potentially eventually moving a team into London, and the Jaguars would be or trying to put themselves in position to go. Yeah. They are kind of one of the teams that they've been in the London game every year since they started doing it. So, so that's what's up. Okay, I like that one, but I didn't. Well, we'll do our full picks in a second. So I want to see who you're really picking in that game when we go through our regular, money line picks. All right, let me get on my bags real quick that I'm hoping to secure. I wanted to copy a couple of yours, but I decided to go out on a little bit of a limb, and I could either make up some ground or fall behind. We'll find out. But I wanted to start with the Chargers and the Ravens. So this is a really interesting game to me. The Chargers are really tough. The Ravens, I feel like, have been tough, but also have kind of underperformed.
Right.
If we're being honest about their standing. So the Chargers actually are a 2.5-point underdog in this game, traveling to Baltimore. I like the Chargers to win outright, but if anything, I feel like it will be a very close game. All of the Ravens games, even the Detroit Lions game, have ended up coming down to like a last-minute field goal or very late. So I think that the Ravens just play and stick with teams. I think if they do that with the Chargers, they wind up losing. So I'm going with the Chargers as an underdog on the road there.
I like that one.
This next one is a little tricky. I'm not exactly sure, but the Texans are 10-point underdogs against the Colts. Now, the Colts did have a good outing against the Ravens. They didn't get the win, but they played pretty strong, but then they also folded it up at the end.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just thinking, I don't know if the Colts are a type of team to really blow out another NFL team. And as bad as the Texans have been, they have been competitive, especially last week against the Patriots. They find a way to make plays, and their defense is not that bad. It's just that they really can't struggle scoring points. So I am going to go
struggling because of the rookie quarterback. You know what I mean? They were actually doing pretty well with Tyrod Taylor. So.
So we'll see. I think they're kind of coming together, and that rookie quarterback is smart. If anything, he went to Stanford. He knows he's been at least calm. If anything, not quite a playmaker yet, but I do think they hang in this game. I think they lose, but by less than 10. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm kind of going out on a limb this week, and my last pick again, another limb. The Lions. I don't know if it was Dan Campbell's speech at the end of the game, the tears, but the Lions have lost back-to-back weeks on last-second field goals. And that one against the Ravens was literally the longest field goal in NFL history. So they are very, very competitive. They play hard. They play for their coach. I have them. They're going to the Bengals, and they're a 3.5-point underdog. I don't know what it is, man. The Bengals are good. They're a very solid team, but they're another one of those teams that play close. Every game that they've been in has been very close to the end, including that Green Bay Packers game last week. The 3.5, the half point is what really clinched it for me. I'm like, I see the Lions losing by a field goal. That half point covers me. So I'm going with the Lions again as an underdog. So we'll see how this works out, but it'll be pretty cool. I'm going with 3 underdogs for my locks. And
I actually love every single last one of these, man. And if the Chargers have been watching the Ravens games, dude, the inside linebacker play is god awful. So the middle of the field's been so open all year. And He's so good, man. They're going to attack that middle field. They're going to go through Patrick Queen in that game. Completely agree with everything you said. The Texans, man, and then I'm actually picking. I think I might pick the Lions to win this week's. Like you said, man, the speech I think got me a little bit. I don't know. I might be thinking a little too much into it, but the speech got me a little bit. They are going to want to play this week. You know what I mean? And they can beat the Bengals. I think they can.
I think so too. We'll find out together, though. That's for
right?
sure. We will find out together. So, all right, let's go to we'll go ahead and do our week 6 picks. We're gonna do all of our picks, and this is just money line, not against the spread. Oh, yeah. I left a little logo up there. Don't look over there to the right yet. Let's focus on tonight's game, Thursday night football. We have the Buccaneers at the Eagles. I'll go first on this one. I have the Bucs. I think that they're gonna romp on the Eagles. Yeah. The Eagles had no business winning last week, which we've talked about, and I just don't think that they're a fully complete team. We're not ready to compete with the likes of the Bucs yet. So I got the Bucs in that one.
Definitely, I got the Bucs in this one too. I think I actually have Leonard Fournette going off, having a kind of a big game tonight, as the rushing D is not very great. They're a better secondary team. So I think Tom takes a little bit of a break after having like 4 or 5 touchdowns last week. But yeah, Bucs stomp on this one.
For sure. All right, now let's go across the pond to London. And we do have the Dolphins at the Jaguars. This is your lock. But I want to know, because I know that they're an underdog in this one. Did you have them winning this game, or do you have them covering? What do you think?
I actually have them winning this game. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird because they obviously are a different team than the last couple of years. You know what I mean? Different quarterback, new coach, not as strong as the defense, but same thing. They've kind of been in all of the games. They've also, played as well. Minus the game against the Cardinals, and they're going to London. So I actually have them winning this game as an underdog favorite.
Yeah, see, this one, I'm kind of with you. I don't know, man. I've been waffling on this one, and I may still change my pick, but I'm going with the Jags as well. I feel like their familiarity with going to London will help them potentially. I can just only imagine what Urban Meyer is going to get into after the game, especially if they win. You know what I'm saying? But right now I am leaning Jags, even though the Dolphins, I root for the Dolphins. That's kind of like my little squad on the side, but I am going with the Jags as well. I do think they get their first win.
Miami's definitely the better team too. It's one of them things where it's like you said, the London familiarity is just kind of there for them.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll see how that plays out. So now, and again, for your fantasy folks, make sure you get your lineups in because that game is starting early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to make sure you don't miss that. And then let's move on to our morning games. So let's rattle these off a little bit. We got Green Bay at Chicago Bears.
Taking Green Bay on this one.
Green Bay as well. But I was concerned. I'm like, man, the Bears, I think Dalton was back out there last week. I don't know what's going on.
The rookie got hurt. He got hurt, but he got hurt. But I think he actually is starting this week. So he did get hurt a little bit. So Dalton did come back in, but they said he should be good to go for Sunday.
Gotcha. Because I was confused. It popped up on my screen. I'm like, why is Dalton back in the game? I thought they had literally just said that they were going with the rookie. So okay, that's good to know. I'm going with Green Bay as well in that game. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Detroit Lions. I'm going with the Lions. That's my lock, but I do think that they'll win outright. Who do you have in that game?
Same thing. I think the Lions win this game. I think they get their first W, and who better to do it than the Bengals? They're a good team, but they're not a great team. You know what I mean? So I think Detroit wins this one.
Okay.
Get it done.
All right. Next up, Houston Texans at Indianapolis Colts.
I like Indianapolis, but I like your lock at +10. I think it's closer than that.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm going to go with the Colts, but I just think it'll be a close game.
Yeah.
So – all right. Los Angeles Rams at New York Giants. I'm going with the Rams. I think this is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, I think the Rams stomp.
Kansas City Chiefs at Washington Football Team.
Same thing. Kansas City smashes.
Yeah, same thing as for me. I got Kansas City in that one.
Question for you though. If Washington wins this game, time to panic?
Yeah. Not because I would lose belief in the Chiefs, but if Washington finds a way to win this game, the Chiefs will just be so far behind in the standings,
Right. That's exactly what I was thinking too.
So, to me, I'm like the Chiefs are still scary even if they make the wild card. Even if they sneak up into the playoffs, you still don't want to really match up with them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I know it's a long season, but it's like, man, it takes a long. You can't just keep stacking up wins. Like
this will be the third of the week through. This is week 6. You know what I'm saying? 18 weeks. And especially if I know we got run through, but if Chargers win against the Ravens, it'll be super hard for them to get back into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I agree.
Yeah, I would think I would be panicking not because of just the lost belief, but just looking at the schedule. Like you have to start hoping other teams lose, and that's
Exactly.
never a
Yep.
good place to be.
Exactly.
All right, Minnesota Vikings at Carolina Panthers.
This one's tough for me, man. We're at home. We're coming off a bad loss. I want to say we're going to win this game. I'm going to go with Carolina.
I'm going with the Panthers as well. I agree with you. I think that they're going to bounce back a little bit. Minnesota is so helter skelter, man. Like,
yeah,
if they get their running game going, they can be a dangerous team. But I do think that Carolina Panthers bounce back in this one, and there's still something missing with the Vikings. So, I'm with you on that one. Last game of the morning, we have the Los Angeles Chargers at the Baltimore Ravens. I already went on record. This one's my lock against the spread, but I'm going with the Chargers in this game as well. Who do you have?
Me too. Chargers as well. They've looked like the better team. Lamar has to do entirely too much, and they're barely winning their games. They could just as easily be 0-5 right now. You know what I mean? Or not 0-5. They 1-4.
He's 1-4.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
1-4. So they can't have a game like they did last week against this Chargers team. They're way too good. So I actually am taking the Chargers this one.
For sure. Yeah, Vegas is always dead on, but I'm just surprised that Baltimore's actually favored in that game.
Yeah, me too. Me too. It's still a mark factor. That's all it is.
True. All right. This is another tough one. Arizona Cardinals at Cleveland Browns. I think we're on the same page as this on this one, but what are you thinking on this one?
Yeah, Cleveland in this one. I think Arizona gets the first loss. They struggled a lot last week. Looks like Kyler's a little banged up too with that bicep injury. And Cleveland's at home. I like Cleveland to win this game in a close one, but I think I like Cleveland to win this one.
I'm with you, man. The Cleveland defense is pretty nasty. The 49ers, even though they were banged up, played the Cardinals well last week. And I'm not hating on them. Like, they are undefeated, but it's tough to remain undefeated. You're going to drop games. I see this as a game that they drop as well. The Las Vegas Grudenless Raiders at the Denver Broncos.
This one was tough. Is Teddy's back, right?
Teddy's back.
Okay. This one is super hard for me. Another division game, man. Like, I think I'm gonna go Vegas. Maybe with Gruden out, like they got a little bit clear-minded now. They can, not worry about what's gonna happen. So I think the Raiders are a better team. You know what I mean? So hopefully they can put it together. But I think Vegas wins this game.
I'm with you. I'm going with Vegas as well, kind of for those same reasons. I think this is really a coin flip game.
Yeah.
But their offense, man, that has the potential to score points. Denver's defense is tough, but Denver's offense isn't that scary. So I don't know. I think these are very evenly matched teams, but I think maybe having that, this past weekend, trying to put it in the past, I think that the Vegas Raiders will come out and play hard and play well.
Yeah.
Do it for Al Davis. You know what I'm saying? Commitment to excellence.
This is gambling wise. This would be a game I stayed away from, though. I would stay away from this one
for sure. This one, the Minnesota at Carolina. There's a few of them. I'm just like, I don't know.
Facts.
All right, Dallas Cowboys at New England Patriots. This is America's team. This is my squad. I'm definitely going with the Cowboys. I think that the only thing that can really get in our way is weather here. Like the weather, it's a late game in New England. It might be blustery. It might be rainy. I hope that doesn't happen because I just want to see some good football. But I think that the Cowboys should have enough to get it done.
Agreed. We talked about this on Tuesday. I think the New England era is kind of over, at least for now. But I think Dallas rolls, man. I think they really kind of tear them apart. Like you said, a lot can happen. It's getting chilly here, but it's cold there. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see.
We will. All right, the nightcap for Sunday night: Seattle Seahawks at Pittsburgh Steelers.
I think Pittsburgh defense comes through for them. You know what I mean? It's I know they don't have Russell right now. I think that's going to really, really kind of stop them a little bit. You know what I mean? So I think Pittsburgh actually wins this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers as well. They got a good win last week against the Broncos, who are a tough team.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that gives them a little bit more confidence moving forward. They did lose Juju Smith-Schuster, but he hasn't been that much of a factor, honestly. So we'll see. I think the Seattle Seahawks, though, they are missing more with I was about to say Russell Westbrook. With Wilson out. I think, Geno Smith did his thing last week, and maybe with a week to prepare, he'll be better. But the Pittsburgh Steelers defense ain't going to be playing no games with him.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Pittsburgh at home on that one, but hopefully it's an entertaining game for Sunday night.
Definitely.
All right, moving on to Monday Night Football. We have the Buffalo Bills at the Tennessee Titans. Strizzy, who you got in this one?
my boys in this one, man. It's fine. I got like two AFC side pieces. You know what I'm saying? The Ravens and the Bills. I think after a win, a dominant win last week against the Chiefs, they got to come out here and just beat down on the Titans a little bit. So hopefully they come in here and handle business again.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills as well. I do think it'll be a close game, though. You
Yeah.
never know, man. The Titans, I feel like the first quarter decides how their game is going to go. If they get up and the defense is playing well, they can slow down, they can run Henry, and they can do their thing.
Yep.
If they get down, it's like they're down and out, man. So
yeah.
I do see the Bills rolling on them if they get up early. But I think this will be a close game, but I'm going with the Bills as well. Did want to note we have the first bye weeks of the year with the Falcons, the Saints, the Jets, and the San Francisco 49ers are all out on their bye weeks. So again, for your fantasy players, get your subs in, get your waiver wire if you have to, but make sure you got that. And then this will be the first week where it's not a full 16 games, only 14 games this week.
Yep.
So less parlay, I guess. Less parlay action.
Correct.
But yeah, so that's our picks for the week. Good stuff there. Don't be afraid to compete with us in the pick'em. We're doing that for prizes. Shout out to Stephanie Washington for winning last week. And you can hit the link in the bio or in our bio or in the description of this video if you want to join in the fun there. So good stuff. Strizzy, any last words though before we go out of here and get these bags?
Yeah, man, absolutely. So I've been drinking this Blackwater lately. It's like my new thing right now, and I'm actually in the midst of trying to get a sponsorship by them. So if all talks go well, so I might end up with like my first like real sponsor. You know what I mean? As far as like putting it in the videos and make sure it's visible and all that fun stuff. So it's kind of cool, man. Got him in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Got him in the DMs a little bit. So it's pretty dope. That's about it for me. You?
Well, no, big things popping, man. That's what's up, dude. I've heard that Blackwater is super legit, though.
I really like it.
And I like the fact that hey, if you can be endorsed by something you actually enjoy yourself, like what's better than that? Because we don't fake the funk. Like we don't play around. Like if we don't like something, we're not going to sit up here and pretend.
No, for real.
So that's what's up, man. That's dope. Good stuff there. Nothing really too crazy with me, other than I am going to go see that new Halloween movie tonight. We'll see what's up with that. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get into the spooky season. And I'm hopefully gonna have some fun little things coming to my YouTube very soon. So So yeah, everything's moving, man. You know how we do. We always try to keep things going. So
keep things pushing.
Exactly. That's what's up. Well, we appreciate y'all. We ended up almost hitting a half hour again. It's inevitable when we get together. You know what I'm saying? This is how we kind of do. But we do appreciate everybody being with us. That was Secure the Bag for week 6. Getting ready for week 6 in the NFL. It's your boy AW
and your boy Strizzy.
And you say the truth, they open up my eyes.
Oh, we still live? Maybe, I don't know.